Good afternoon, everybody out there. This is Arjax coming at you again with another Let's Play World of Warcraft video. Um, so I do have to apologize for the delay in upcoming videos. I had a friend die this recently, so I didn't really feel like playing World of Warcraft coming up for a little bit. But, stuff happens, and I'm sure that, all my friends, including myself, if something like this happened to anybody else, that they would, want everybody to continue on regularly. He passed away in a accident in a car. Um, so it was an accident. Nobody else was hurt. Nobody else was involved. In traditional fashion, like a lot of Marines do, we drive recklessly. We drive above the speed limit. So he wasn't very happy when he left his house, and he was just getting out some stuff for himself by driving his vehicle rather quickly. Unfortunately, didn't work out for him. So, stuff like that happens. Not a big deal. I'm gonna miss him. He was a good friend of mine. Went to Afghanistan twice with him. He actually went to Afghanistan 3 times, but I was not with him on his third deployment. Great guy. But I'm going to pause here and do my auction scan and then post my stuff. As you can see, I'm only level 41 and I already got 13 or 1,300 gold. So, yeah, doing very successful on the gold part of this. After this, I think we're gonna go out to the questing zone, but in between that, I'm gonna queue for some dungeons and just have a great day. So, be right back. All right, everybody, this is Arjax back. Just cleared out my bags, got some more room for grabbing stuff. Um, Listed everything in the auction house. As you can see, nice, clean, fresh bags. Um, I think that's one of the best feelings in World of Warcraft is clearing out your bags. I personally have a lot of issues keeping my bags clear. So you're going to see a little bit of a slowdown here for me. I'm uploading a video to YouTube right now, so I do apologize for that. So please bear with that. And yeah, that's just what's going on right now. I suppose I could pause it. It's at 25%. So, you know what? Yeah, I'll just go ahead and pause it. Um, but yeah, so yeah, that's what's been going on in my life. Additionally, something else that was a bit of a time sink was a friend of mine bought me a video game. They bought me Battlefield 4, which I've been loving. It's pretty freaking sweet. Um, Unfortunately, I think it's kind of like crack because I can't really seem to stop playing the game. And I suck horribly at the game. Well, I wouldn't say I suck horribly. I'm definitely not very good at it. But they bought it for me last Friday, and I've logged 30 hours in it. Which, it being a first person shooter is something I really like. I used to play Modern Warfare a lot, but I've kind of stopped doing that. So, it's kind of interesting that I've found myself going back to playing a first-person shooter. I think a big deal about it is that my friend and I used to play Call of Duty together. The one that passed away, we used to play it all the time together whenever we could, whether it be in the barracks or it be, in Afghanistan. We had like an Xbox 360 that we had linked up, and we just play World of War or not World of Warcraft. We just play Call of Duty nonstop. So I was feeling a little bit nostalgic, and just wanted to get back into the swing of things. Just clear my head. And World of Warcraft isn't one of those games that I can fully get everything out of my mind on. Um, you know, it's a game that allows you to think while you play it. And, as good as that is, it's kind of bad at the same time. There's a lot of things going on in the game. And I will say that I really do enjoy the game a lot. I've logged way more time in World of Warcraft than I have any other video game that I've ever owned. But the ultimate, the thing that's really been going on with it is I just have all this, I do these repetitive tasks that don't require you to think all that much. And I mean, you think about what you're doing, relatively speaking, I will say. But overall, it's something that I really don't have to put a whole lot of cognitive ability into. I've just kind of got it down to autopilot at this point. I'm not like, oh, what spell do I cast next? What am I going to do? What's my rotation? Those are all things that I've had pretty much down for a while. Um, Whether they're the best rotations or the best way to be doing something, that is completely up for debate because I do not think that I am anywhere close to the top World of Warcraft player in the world. So don't think I'm being conceited when I say, I play on like autopilot. It's just one of those things that, I do play on autopilot because, I do the same thing. I definitely know that I need to learn more about World of Warcraft, especially at the end game level. I'm not going to do that right now. There's a new expansion coming out, and, I'm going to get back into raiding and doing some of those things. But right now, I don't really feel like it's worth my time to go and figure out every little nuance of the current end level rating tier and how to do stuff. And the reason why I say that is because it really doesn't make a whole lot of sense for me to do. And the reason why I say it doesn't make a whole lot of sense for me to do is simply because, we got a new expansion coming out. And with that new expansion coming out, I'm going to, everything's going to change. It always changes. It might not change, but it's gonna be something I tackle when it comes out. And that's really what, that's really why I'm hating out for and waiting for the new expansion to drop before I start getting back into end level tier rating. Something else that's kind of happened in the LFRs is with everybody being able to boost to level 90, they're boosting characters they don't really know. And I mean, that's a good thing. That's good for the game. You get diversity. And I think, the free level 90 boost, I think that was a good move on their part. I'll be honest with you, I don't like it. I personally have issues with it. But for the community in general, I think it's going to be a good thing. There's always room for growth. And that's been one of the things that's kind of kept a lot of people I know from jumping into the game is they're like, oh, I'm going to have to level a brand new character all the way to level 90. What am I going to do? And it's just a pain. And it's a pain to do. I enjoy it. But getting somebody to spend, like 40 hours trying to level a character to level 90, that's ridiculous. Them releasing the boost to level 90 before the launch, I think it's kind of a good idea, but, there's always going to be negative side effects associated with it. And one of those negative side effects that's going to be associated with it that we're seeing right now in LFR tiers is that people who do not know how to play the class are jumping in and it's hurting everybody. Or, okay, so I don't think I'm going to get the LOS pull out of this. And the reason why I accidentally needed on that, I didn't mean to need on that, but I don't think anybody else can wear a shield, so I don't really feel bad about it, if that makes any sense. And the reason I don't feel bad, I do kind of feel bad about it because it's just a little bit of gold for people that they could get. But overall, I'm not going to apologize for it. It was an accident. If somebody else says, hey man, I needed that, could I have that? I'd be like, yeah, absolutely. But it doesn't appear that anybody, is going to need it. So, not even going to say anything. One thing that I forgot to do is post that I'm recording this, so hopefully nobody gets offended by that. So, yep, we'll see. We'll pull up the instant windows. and see if anybody's upset about me recording. I don't think anybody was. So, but here we go. Now we get to jump in and kill this boss. I really do like LOS pulling, or I'm sorry if you guys don't know what LOS is. It's line of sight pulling. They're spellcasters, so by me taking them up and running outside of the room, around the corner like that, it's going to pull them all together. They're all going to come to the point where they can see me, and once they see me, they're going to, they're going to start doing damage to me. But the key thing is by doing the line of sight pull, I'm getting them all stacked together. So I can really maximize my damage and my AoE damage, as well as give everybody else the opportunity to get their LOS. So the only thing, or not their LOS, their, oh shoot, what's it called? Their AoE damage, their area of effect damage. So, that's one thing. You get everybody together, you let them do their AoE effect. If they're, single target DPS does more, absolutely they do that. But they know their DPS. I don't know their DPS or how they DPS or what they can do, or what they prefer to do. So what I do is I just put them in the best position to do maximum DPS. The reason why I would do that is, I'm a tank. I'm supposed to kind of take control of the dungeon and bring them where they need to go. So unfortunately, the last time I ran this dungeon, you guys didn't get to see it all the way through because my computer ran out of hard drive space. So what I did this time for my videos is I actually went ahead and just grabbed a new hard drive. I didn't buy a new hard drive. I had an old external laptop hard drive that was stuck away in a dresser drawer, and this weekend when I was putting stuff together, I found that that I had this hard drive, and I was like, oh, sweet, because it's a terabyte. And although a terabyte isn't a lot of hard drive space for me personally, having a dedicated hard drive just to video capture is something that I've needed for a while, because I do try to keep track of the 1 second. I try to keep track of the videos that I have recorded on there and keep them minimal. I would have liked to keep some more of the videos than I've been able to due to space requirement, the raw video capture. But I wasn't able to, and the reason why I wasn't able to was because I have a limited hard drive capacity, and by having limited hard drive capacity, I really have to make sure. Otherwise, what happened in my last video where I was recording with you guys and then it blipped out, and okay, so I don't know if this was the best idea. I probably shouldn't have done that. But we'll see. We'll see how this turns out. Oh, shoot. Somebody pulled the boss. Did I pull the boss? I hope I didn't pull the boss, because that would be a huge and utter fail on my part, and hopefully the healer can keep us up. He seems to be doing a great job at it, but I don't know. Definitely a big mistake on my part to pull the whole room in the boss. I don't know if I was the one responsible for pulling the boss. I'm kind of thinking like I am, because I did an AoE down there, but we'll see. And what is this? So that's a buff. I think that's a buff. Oh no, it's not a buff. It's a cooldown. Alright. So it's been a while since I've actually been here, or got a warrior to this level and played him all the way through. So, yep. So I really hate how this looks. I hate looking like this. I hate this skin thing. The first time I did it, I was like, oh man, this is awesome. It really irritates me now. Unfortunately, it doesn't really matter. But it does give me a bit more DPS, and even though DPS isn't what I'm responsible for, I still need to do damage, and since I'm going to be doing damage, I might as well do the maximum damage that I can. And that's just kind of my take on things. So, I don't really know how long this video has been. Unfortunately, I did not set a timer for myself, so we will see. So, but yeah, very straightforward dungeon. Everybody did a good job. Really enjoyed the group. This is one of those Dark Moon Fair items that I was telling you about, and the fair market price is about 150 gold on this server. And probably nobody else in this server or in this dungeon has it unlocked. But yeah, so let's go back out here, and we're gonna start continuing on to where we were going. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that, and I'm going to pause the video here while we fly just to see where we're at as far as our time constraint. So we're about 15 minutes into this, so we got some time left. I don't know if I want to go back and do another dungeon. Let's see what we have as far as availability. So, shoot, I don't even really know what I did in the last one. Oh, bad part about queuing for stuff while you're flying is it's going to stop you at a point, your next point. So, I mean, it's not a bad thing, but it costs a little bit extra gold to you. But other than that, everything's fine. So I'm going to go ahead and pause and wait for us to get there. Alright, everybody, so here we are. We're back at the questing area. Let's see what I have to do for quests in this area. So, let's see where that is. So, where? No, that is not where I need to be. There we go. Alright, so I need to go kill some more stuff. So let's go ahead and go kill some more stuff. But yeah. So, I don't know why it's not being tracked, so let's go ahead and track that. But yeah, so I've really enjoyed Battlefield 4. I'm thinking about making some videos and uploading them. I'm kind of embarrassed to post personal videos on Battlefield 4 because I absolutely suck. And I know I suck. But, that's part of the thing. So, let's see. I don't know why my frame rate is dropping so much in this. I shouldn't be dropping. So, I don't know what is up. Maybe recording to this hard drive is not the best idea. So, the only reason I say that it might not be the best idea is because, before my frame rate wasn't dropping, and now it's at about 19 frames per second, which is not what I want to be at. So, hold on, I'm going to swap it back over to my main hard drive that I was recording on before and see if that works out a little bit better. So unfortunately, even by plugging it into the USB 3 slot, it's still lagging behind my other hard drive. Right now my game plays at 60 frames per second, and that is good. 60 frames per second is twice what I'm recording at, so you're not going to see the lag. Unfortunately, I only have about 90 gigabytes left of hard drive space, and a traditional video capture for me is like 15-20 gigabytes per 10 minutes. So, that really limits how much I can record at a given time and on a given day. That means I'm going to have to process all of my information as fast as possible in order to not lose information like we've done before in the past. So I do apologize for, the technical aspect of stuff going on here. So we will see, we'll see how well this ends up working out. So even though I don't have to attack him, I might as well. I got a bunch of rested EXP that I need to burn off. But what I really need to do is hurry up and get to level 90. So that is what's going on. is anybody else out there pretty excited about the Halloween event coming up? Um, I personally enjoy it. Last year I got kind of sick of it, just because, I wasn't able to get the mount, and I ran it at nauseum in order to, just try to get the mount that I've been going for a very long time. So, you know, that's kind of disappointing for me. Is, obviously I don't want everything given to me in the game. It would take away quite a bit of the fun of, getting the item if everything was given to you. But at a certain point, I'm like, I just want the mount. Give it to me. Drop already. But yeah. So, I don't know if any of you guys watched the Let's Play Hawken video out there. I got a few hits off from it. It's a game that I really do enjoy. I was going to make a little bit of a few more things out of it. I think for like the first-person shooters, I'm going to have the game sound in it. But I don't know. And probably with those, what I'm thinking that I would do is really what I need to do rather is like record the video and then record over it, because I definitely watched it myself, and something that I noticed was that what is this? I don't know what this is. I guess it's kind of a daily for this area. So ride Fiona's cavern or thing. How do I do that? Alright, let's go. So I'm not a big fan of these personally, but, that's fine. We'll see where this goes. I kind of like playing this through anyways. This is definitely a quest area that I haven't really done. And I say that a lot because I haven't really done all that many quest areas. So I do apologize for, not knowing exactly what to do on these. But I have a lot of fun doing them regardless. But yep. Something that I need to do is find out. When I go to school next time, I actually need to get new parking permits. And I've needed to do that for about 2 months, and I haven't got a parking ticket yet, which is kind of nice. They are only $5, and I've only got one my entire time at the school, but you can't register for classes until you pay it. And since the parking permits are completely 100% totally free, it is something that I should do so that I don't have to pay an unnecessary $5. So something else that I need to do is I need to do my homework today and tomorrow and the next day. So, I'm going to record this video, and, normally I try to get 2 out in the same day. I try to record 2 on the same day. But what really is going to end up happening is, because of the render time, because I do the no music and the music version, it takes like 3 to 4 hours to render a video. And if I do 2 Let's Plays, that's 4 video rendering, so that's 12 hours. The biggest issue with that isn't so much the time it takes to render. It's the fact that I have to basically do nothing on my computer for that entire time. And everything I do on my computer kind of slows it down. And if I'm going to use my computer at all, it also slows me down from doing whatever I need to do. If I'm doing homework and my computer's being really slow because it's using all the processing power to render the video, what it'll end up doing for me is it ends up doing that very slow. Plus, it slows the render down. So I try not to do that. What I do try to do is like render it at night. And the only thing that kind of sucks about rendering it at night And, something that I should look into is figuring out a way to queue renders. I don't know if I can do it in Sony Vegas. It's something that I should look into. And, or you know what, maybe something else I could do is just render the video. Render, both of the episodes at once, and then find a video splitter. Although I haven't found a video splitter, and that might be something to look at. If anybody has any suggestions for that, I would definitely love to hear any suggestions about that, because if it's going to make my life easier, it's going to make me be able to get these out faster. And it's not even that it's hard, it's just, time constraints and stuff. So let's see. So that's there, that's there, that's there. Find a traveling companion. So let's... It says it's around here. Find a traveling companion. You know what? Maybe I should read the thing. I hope it's not all the way back up here. So, alright, let's read it. Find a traveling companion while it's waiting in the tower. We might as well see if anybody else is headed out to Light Chapel. Ask around, see if anybody wants to join. Somebody's headed to Light's Hope. Okay. So, can't talk to him. He sells me stuff. He doesn't want to go. Can't talk to him. Can't talk to him. Can't talk to him. I highly doubt Fiona will want to go. He doesn't want to go. They don't want to go. Does anybody want to go with me? Fickle NPCs. So, apparently there's nobody on the outside. So since I asked everybody around here, let's see if there's anybody around here that would be willing to go. I can't talk to him. So maybe, yeah, just maybe I have to go back up here. So yep, this is my biggest issue in quests. It's not like Streamland. I don't know who to talk to. It's like, oh my gosh, there could be anybody around here, any one of these guys. So let's go ahead and go all the way up here. Can't talk to him. Alright, there we go. Found the guy. Oh, shoot. Well, since I'm down here, I might as well check and see if the turn-in's over here. I think it's up there. Okay, there we go. So now where? Do we go do that? Do we go do that? That's a turn-in. So, let's go kill this stuff over here. And once I do this quest, I think that's going to be it for this video. Because I think we're running at our time limit. I really do. I think we're probably over it right now. And then we'll come back and do some more of this a little bit later. And apparently I went to the wrong side. You know what? I can mount up. That is something I do like a little bit more about doing quests in areas, is you can mount. And mounting is always good. You can, I can get 2 places faster. So, unfortunately, these guys are really, like, no match for me. So it's not, it's just kind of like, oh, it's kind of like checking the box right now with the quests, and especially with the heirloom pieces. The heirloom pieces make it really easy for you to do this stuff. So, it might be, I might find questing a little bit more fun if there was, kind of a danger associated with it. Not saying that I really want a danger associated with doing this, because, ultimately if there was a danger associated, that would mean that it would take longer to do. Yes, they got their little fear thing, so that kind of sucks. I don't like being feared. So, but, halfway done. Pulling 3 at once is not exactly challenging. But, with that fear spell that they have, the only issue that I have with pulling more is I don't want to pull them and then drop them, if that makes sense. So, like, out in a dungeon, you don't have to worry about dropping the aggro. With in the world of Warcraft, actually outside of an instance, they have an area where they'll stop chasing you. And while that is good, because, you pull too much and you're like, oh no, I'm going to die, and you run away and you survive, that's always nice. But at the same time, I can't pull as much stuff as I want. I wish there was, like, an evasion button that you had, where you could just go around pulling everything and it'd be fine, and they'd all stick with you. But if you got to the point where they were going to, you knew you were going to die, you could press the evasion button. Now, there would definitely be issues with that, and I could see, people just pulling the entire starting areas of stuff, like, constantly for no reason, like level 90s running around. Or maybe only allow stuff to pull on you like that if it's in your level range. But then, it'd always be nice to be able to do big pulls like that if you were farming stuff, certainly. But, I don't know. Just one of those little things that I would like changed. So after I turn in this quest, I'm going to go ahead and end the video. Thank you guys for bearing with me. I do apologize for the break in my videos, and I did not mean to do that, and I do apologize to you guys. I just wasn't very happy, if that makes sense. And I know that's not really an excuse, not being happy. But I didn't feel like I wanted to subject you guys to, like, negativity. I make a point of saying, I don't like it when people are negative to other people in World of Warcraft. Well, I also mean that I don't want to be negative, and since I couldn't, be positive with what I was doing, I figured that the best course of action would be to just not go on here. There's no reason to subject anybody to negativity, and, I did just get Battlefield 4, and, you can be negative in Battlefield 4 and nobody's going to mind, as long as you're not talking. I guess I could have played World of Warcraft and not talked, but then I wouldn't have recorded the video for you guys, so that's where we're at. So I do apologize. Thank you for bearing with me, and as always, please like, comment below. Arjax out.